Yes, sir. We're officially back at it. Boog, nice. Coming at you with the Mezco Toyz 112 Collective White Skull Agent figure review. Let's do it.
This ain't for no scalper. You a scalper? Then fuck out shit. This runs for them real collectors. That's army building and posing figures. Marvel Legends, imports, mini matey, I'm fucking with them. Hype beast, we know about you. Stay buying figs, don't know about you.
There is absolutely nothing on either side of the box or the back. So here we are back to the front. Let's bust this bad boy open and see what's what. Alright, here we go. White Skull Agent, aka Stealth Ops Gomez with a white skull and white belt. If you didn't have the opportunity to pick up Stealth Ops Gomez, then you kinda are missing out on one of their best bucks and some of their best tailoring here, especially considering that this release was only 500 pieces. Seems like Mezco has really found the niche and selling the hell out of their own in-house product and kinda neglecting some of the Marvel and DC properties that I wish they would continue to cultivate. I'd be lying to you if I said this was whack though. It is a very nice figure. A lot of parts and accessories that we've seen with other Marvel and DC characters, but they are reutilized or reused here in a very cool, unique way. Somehow they keep doing it. Somehow they keep figuring out how to suck you in, pause, and get you to continue to purchase these same figures over and over again. So a lot to get to here in terms of accessories. Going to try to run through this as quickly as possible, but just a quick look at the deco here. Again, white skull, first time we got the white skull, first time we get the white belt, but all black otherwise. The fitted black shirt, the black sort of cargo pants or military style pants, I guess. You can see the pockets on either side. The boots, they look great. It really is just a slick looking figure. I mean, obviously a lot of people buy these not only to stick within the Mezco lore for these characters, but to kit bash and make their own characters out of these bucks, considering that the bodies are really cool and the accessories are really cool as well. And so out of the package, 2 fists attached. Looks like 6 sets of interchangeable hands in total, including the 2 fists attached to them out of the package. I will utilize the hands needed to go through his accessories, but I'm not going to swap on every single set right this moment. But there is a closer look at everything, all the various hands you need to hold his accessories, weapons, for different type of expression, pointing fingers, you know, everything you need, the typical hands that we've received with every Gomez or Skull dude, all black gloved. So like I said, the reuse of a lot of parts and accessories here, but there are some new things. Pretty sure this sort of shoulder holster is new. Looks like you can fit a pistol in there as well as a couple of extra magazines. So let's get this on him. Yep, that looks cool. Obviously matching his belt and the color of his head, skull, whatever. Pretty sure this is the first time we've seen this sort of Luger or Ruger with the, I guess there's a silencer on here. And it should be noted that the magazine is removable here. But there are 2 additional magazines. Like I said, you can plug those into the holster on the left side, on our left, his right, on the shoulder holster. Here's a look at those 2 extra magazines. Here's a good look at that. That looks good. I hope I have the magazines in there the right way. I don't know if I should flip them around, but one of you gun nuts, let me know. He's also packed in with these goggles. I believe this is the first time we've seen these in the line. Let me know if I'm right or wrong about that. But you can actually have him rock them over his eye holes. Or you can actually just rest them up on his head. Either way, looks cool. You know what, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we actually missing different hands. I'm looking at the hands here. I don't have a left hand open with the finger spread, only a right. So maybe we got more hands with some of the other Gomez or Skull figures. You know, if they're black gloved, then you can just swap out if you have the other ones. But you can see I have him appearing to pull the gun from his holster. It would have been cool if this was a removable part, if this is supposed to be a suppressor, a silencer, what have you, because that the way that's sticking out just doesn't really look good to me. But there he is with the pistol in hand, and that looks good. His finger is in the trigger groove, so for the authenticity of it all, I'm down with that. He's also packed in with this submachine gun. I believe this is the first time we've seen this as well. Looks like a sort of like European style or old school sort of submachine gun. The magazine is removable. Again, you gun nuts in the comments, let me know if I'm correct on that, but I do like the detail. Just a little bit of silver here and mostly all black with a small stock in the back. That looks cool. Obviously a ton of playability with the different hands and the ability to pose him in so many different ways. It's great articulation like I mentioned. See, there is a small peg hole in the barrel of the gun. Same thing on the pistol as well, so you can do this. Attach the muzzle flare effect that never gets old with the Mezco figures. We've been getting this since the very first release of Punisher, and I love it.
Perfect.
And like I said, you can use the muzzle flare with either gun, the pistol or the machine gun. He's also packed in with the C4 plastic explosives that you see in his left hand and the detonator here in his right. These are both things that we've seen before. He's got grenades, 4 of them. All black. He's got a combat knife. He can hold that with either hand, left or the right. He has a left and a right open hand that's cupped. That's sufficient for holding a knife. One thing here that wasn't listed with the assortment of items in a solicit for this was this netting here. I'm not going to get into this full transparency. This is not my figure. I actually purchased this from my man Fabio from the podcast. So yeah, I'm not just going to start fingering everything here, pause. But yeah, this is cool. I don't think we've ever seen this before. I can anticipate them using this again with some other tactical sort of espionage military type person, but this is really cool. He's also packed in with this trench coat. Looks to be the same trench coat that we got with Commissioner Gordon. So I'll get this on him. And here's another thing that I'm not going to really unravel right now, but this little grappling hook, there is some real sort of rope or string here. I think we saw this hook with 1 or 2 other characters. We've definitely seen grappling hooks before with some of the ninja dudes, just not this particular kind. So there's that. That looks pretty good. I was concerned that it would look silly with the coat on, with his shoulder holster on as well. Now I don't have the gun in the holster right now because I do feel like the barrel is probably a little too long, but I'll try it. Again, this is the same coat from Commissioner Gordon, so the straps are articulated. You can see they're kind of like flailing there. Looks like they're flailing in the wind. But the fit of the coat is great, especially with the holster on. Doesn't even look like he's carrying anything under there. Let me see if I can get the gun in there. Yeah, that looks cool. I did open the jacket a little bit here. When you close the jacket, the butt of the gun is kind of sticking out a little bit. So maybe swap in a smaller pistol with a smaller butt and you will be able to conceal the holster pretty well. Yeah, like I said, you can see it sticking out just a little bit here, but smaller gun in that holster, that'd be good money. Yeah, I'm digging that. My man is looking very fresh. Obviously, if you you know, want to kit bash and turn the white skull agent into you or to somebody else, then, you know, just swap off the head, put a custom head on them. I'm interested to see what it's going to look like when they do all black, because you know that's going to happen. They're going to do the black belt with the black holster and he'll be all black, sort of like Stealth Ops Gomez. I mean, you can already swap some of the parts from Stealth Ops, the vest, and different things onto him. That's the one thing about Mezco, is the playability with these. The swappability is always through the roof. And there is one final accessory aside from the stand. All Mezco figures come with a stand and I never show it. Final accessory is this backpack, which looks very designer. Looks like one of these backpacks one of these girls or metrosexual men are rocking these days. So yeah, there is straps and you can actually strap it across the front of him. I don't think this is meant to be put on with the shoulder holster, so let me get everything off and get the backpack on. And there he is with the backpack, looking like a model. It's a pretty good fit just putting it on as is, but I do believe you can adjust the straps here. I'm not going to pull on these right this moment, but I'm pretty certain you can adjust these. There is a little piece of foam in here to kind of keep the shape of the backpack right now. Obviously, you can take that out and put other items in there if you wanted to, but I like it. It's a good addition. And once again, the real draw with this particular buck from Mezco is that it is so nicely articulated and it just looks sleek. It looks really good. It's a good body type as far as like a slender, sort of still muscular body, but the head obviously can be popped off. Like I said, if you want to do something custom there, you can. Head is on a ball joint. You get plenty of motion on the head, left, right, pivot, full 360, whatever you want to do there. Shoulders on a ball joint, that's going to come up very far, and there is some give in the shirt, so you're not really stressing the material. But yeah, you can almost do a full 360. Again, that is very far. Some nice give in the shirt. There's a butterfly joint there in the shoulder. There is a upper bicep swivel There is a double jointed elbow. There is a swivel and a hinge on the wrist. There's great upper torso articulation as well as abdomen articulation. You can turn him at the waist as well as the upper torso. The leg will come up that far. You can do almost a full split even in these pants. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. Now this is where I have an issue. I'm not sure if they changed the boots here a little bit, but the look of the boot is really nice with the laces and the high boot and what have you, but there's not much give here. It's not really hinging as much as I would like it to, and the pivot is very tight as well. So that's my issue with the boots, but you do get rotation here at the top of the boot, so that's good. But standing him up in a wide stance can be a little difficult as you try to work these joints and try not to break them. And a couple size comparisons of what I just have available at the moment, what was close by. But the Dark Knight Returns Batman, Mezco's very first 112 collective figure, and then you can see how Stealth Ops Gomez looks right next to the White Skull Gomez. I do think that something happened with the boots, because I was messing with the boots on Stealth Ops and it seems to have a little more give on those boots. I don't know what happened between the two, but for the most part it looks like the figures are pretty much the same. And you definitely got more with Stealth Ops Gomez, so if you do have that and you can swap, you know, some of the guns, different assault rifles, the vest, you know, again, just more playability there. There's Deadpool, Redpool, and then Judge Dredd on the far right. And like I said, you can just have fun with this and swap on different heads. This is the Tony Stark head that came with the, I don't know what armor it was. It was like a blue armor from the Gameverse Avengers game. I forget the name of the armor. Something will be popping up here, I guess. That kind of works. He looks like he's losing the neck just a little bit, but it works. There's Captain America from that same wave. That one doesn't work too well. And a lot of the other Mezco heads may not work. It just may not look like it's the right proportions. And shout out to my man Punker Mike, who hooked me up with two of these heads. So there's one for a Caucasian fellow. He gave me these actually to go with the House of the Golden Skulls Ninja Gomez dude, if I wanted to just make a generic sort of ninja out of that figure. But this works for kind of killer espionage type dude. I like this a lot actually. And he gave me one for a black fellow as well, so that looks really cool. That's me actually. I wish. One of my fighting weight, that's me. Not at 215. But yeah, that looks pretty cool as well. So yeah, man, if you just wanted to make a goon out of your 1 out of 500 piece White Skull agent, then you could. Alright, so yeah, I think this is a cool little sneak release that they did. I know a lot of people are kind of sick of them doing this type of thing, but I mean, they know what they're doing as far as driving up the prices of their figures and making the exclusivity of certain figures very much more exclusive. And yeah, it's kind of fun. It is kind of fun. I know people get frustrated, but that is some of the fun of collecting. If you got what you wanted all the time so easily, that would take some of the fun out of it. But yeah, this is a solid offering here. I like it. I like the accessories. I like the look of this guy, and it's one that I would recommend, but I won't recommend because now it's going to be a lot of money on a secondary market. So eat your heart out. All right, thanks for hanging out. As always, rate, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell down there, and until next time, peace.
I could be inside the cage, you could still get touched. And them little guns you got ain't enough for us. Listen here, Mason make you disappear. And your mouth.
Oh, and let it be known that I would never wear a white belt to kill you. I will have all black. Bye.
And the things I do to you won't leave you beautiful. And though you feeling F me, I'm feeling mutual.